Welcome back, guys, and in this clip we'd like to talk about the slow motion creation process of the fluids by taking the advantages of the fluid cache. So here's the condition, right here in front of me we have the 40 frame animations of this objects, and this is already the cache version of the fluids. We would like to create another cache version. It's not a problem. And now the condition is that instead of the 40 frames, I would like to scale the entire animations to, let's say, 400 frames. All right. So that means there's a slowdown of 10x. Okay. So in that case, I wanted to experience the most beautiful slow motion simulation of the fluid. So what do I need to do? Let's just take a look at the cache menu first. So inside the Maya fluid, we have evaluate one frame for one evaluations. What if instead of we have 40 frames, but we would like to save the informations of 10 evaluations in one single frame? That's a very simple process. Instead of evaluating one frame, let's say we put 0.1. The case will going to be pretty straightforward. We don't need to have all these attributes, because we have the density, velocity, and the fall off, and we just would like to create. All right, so once I click the button create, it will take a big amount of the time to get solved, because now it's 400 frames, and when we come back we would like to see the change. All right, so welcome back, guys, and now I can go inside the attribute editor and I can see that it still give me the all information, that is the 0 and 40 frames. I just need to change the preferences. The playback is set to evaluate play every frame, and playback is set to the 1. What if instead of 0.1? Okay, you know what, we just missed out a very great thing. We are keeping only 40 frames, but we are extending the evaluations of the fluids inside the 40 frame to the 400 frame, and that is simply an amazing thing. So instead of creating the 400 frame data, we could wind that up in 40 frames and can increase the evaluations per frames. That is one of the greatest thing I could say inside the cache. Now I would like to introduce to you the tracks editor, that has the capability of showing the cache clips, and you could also do the non-linear editing. So what do I need to do in that case? Well, you can see that there is a scale percentage over here, that is 100%. I can press Ctrl A, and what I could do here is that there's something called as a scale. So instead of the scale 1, I can take that thing to the 10. So with 10, it simply means that now it has been scaled from 0 to the 400 frames. So that's another, I could say that the method of getting the same result. So now you can see that it is evaluating every frame, and yes, there is one problem, and the problem is that this animated object hasn't extended. We are just evaluating the fluid, so I just need to hide that up, and let's just play the fluid, and now you can see that now we have got the 400 frames fluid simulations, and I also have got the play blast for it. So I would like to show you the play blast. And here we go with the play blast. So now you can see that very smooth and very soft motion of the fluids, and in this case the frames are still 40, and I have changed the playback from every one single frame to the 0.1 frame, and look at the slow motion and the beautiful effect of the fluids. Let me just gonna play that thing again for you, and just notice the change over here. So once you are playing the fluids in a slow motion, you can take out the advantages of the fluids, and that is absolutely amazing, guys. It has saved tons of the time. It's absolutely amazing. I highly encourage all of you to please go ahead, take some simulations, play around with the fluid cache. And we also left with some more features of the cache. So let's talk about in the next clip, how are we going to hold, or how are we going to freeze the cache, and we could still able to move our camera angle to add some more aesthetic sense to the simulations. So I would like to just take a pause over here, and would like to see you